Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back again.
Notification volume 0%.
Hope this thing works this time. I've been having a pleasure being able to make these posts from this Android phone. Made it so much easier than doing it on the camera and then fixing it here and doing these connects. But now this thing has started giving me some trouble, as if it's been hacked, that I've been speaking a little bit too much, too clearly, and someone want to restrict it. Nevertheless, I spoke to you this morning, and I said I'd be back, and it's bedtime, so I'm going to give you this little before I go to bed. You remember when Moses went down, for those of you who are Bible scholars, went down to Egypt land and told old Pharaoh that God said, let his people go? Let those second-class people go. Let those slaves go. Free them. And having gone through a couple of interchanges with Moses, Pharaoh decided to exert his power and threatened Moses and his God that if he come back bringing some more trouble to him, he was going to have the firstborn of every Hebrew kid killed. Well, Moses saw this as an opportunity for God to really show Pharaoh some stuff, and so the action would be that when the death toll started rolling down through the streets and towns, it would take the firstborn of the Egyptians. And so, to make sure that the Hebrew children were protected, Moses instructed them to put blood over their doors. Now, you being as wise as I am, you know that there were people who were Hebrew who were not going to put their blood on their door for many reasons. One reason being that the Egyptians might see that blood on their door and come and destroy all of them. Or there might have been other reasons. Nevertheless, when death marched down through those valleys, it got every firstborn, whether it was Hebrew or Egyptian. Hebrew, if the blood wasn't on the door. Egyptian, firstborn, just because the curse was on them. Now, why did I mention that to you? Because I wanted to say that even the Hebrew children weren't sold out on God, weren't totally committed to God, but those that were protected. I wanted to say that because today we're going through some various serious stuff. I mean, they call it an invisible enemy, just like death marching through those streets of the Egyptian cities. Well, this is called coronavirus, and it's going through here like I'm telling you, wildfire. And there are people who say that they definitely have a faith in God and do not believe that this pandemic would affect them in any way at all. They truly believe that. Now, here's the test. Those that believe that, accept that, are going to disregard most rules and regulations that's been set forth as protection from this virus. And there are going to be those who don't really believe it, but they're going to pretend like they do. They're going to be bold and ignore all of the protections that have been given to them. What's going to happen? Those that truly believe will not be affected by this virus. And those that's playing games will get caught all up in it and they will be dying like wildfires. Why? Because they're fake. Only the truth, only the righteous will be protected. Now, why did I say that? Because I've indicated to you that those of you who've been persecuted, those of you who've been considered as second-class citizens, whether you're black, or people of color, or just poor people of any color, you are an example of the oppression that the powers that be causes upon you. And I've given you information that you can rise above this. You got to disregard that enemy out there that keeps you in the positions that you're in. And that happens to be politically Democrats and Republicans. Now, some of you are excited about whatever position you hold because some of you benefit. You want to know the ones that really are excited are the ones that benefits. Doesn't matter what's going on. As long as they benefit, they're satisfied. And being satisfied, those who suffer doesn't affect you. So the message comes to say that there's another way. There's a divine way that will open up the doors to give you the blessings of your heart. the desires of your heart, the dreams. And that comes through a political front, not through a Republican or a Democrat, but through one who says, I run on my own name, led by the Spirit of God. So you'll have to write my name in to vote for me. And having done so, when we change our system of government, then the things that we consider as divine and heavenly, those are the things that you will be exposed to. Those are your future benefits. But in order for that to happen, you got to be committed to change. Well, I know that Donald Trump is president right now, and he's so evil that you don't want to have anything to do with him. And you know that the Democratic Party is evil as well, but it's a little less evil than Donald Trump. And for me to talk to you about thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven sounds good. But there's no way you can put your faith in that. No way you can trust that. You must be like the Hebrews who would not put blood on their doors and take a chance. You must be like those who, not going to deal with the coronavirus in any kind of way outside of protecting themselves. You're not going to take a chance. And for this political thing, you are not going to take a chance with God and the message that I bring to you from God. Why? Because you don't trust it. You do know what the Republicans offer, and you have an idea of what the Democrats offer. And so between those two, you choose the Democrats. But as far as trusting God, you can't go that way. You'll vote Democrat in a moment. And having done so, after all of the messages that God has given you, do not think that you're going to escape the hell that's designed for you for disregarding and disrespecting God. I just give you this message. That's my duty. And I'm saying to you, if you feel that God is your master and you want to be a recipient of the benefits that God has for you, and you're going to be that instrument, then you can go to those polls or get a ballot, mail-in ballot, and write in Eddie Marcus as the next president of the United States. And I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not like Trump. I'm not the smartest man in the world. I got some knowledge about this vision of life, this new vision of life. But all of the knowledge that I lack, there are the smart people out there in this community who got all the answers. They just need someone to tap them on the shoulder and give them a chance. And that's my job. Tap you on the shoulder, give you a chance to let your light so shine that men can know your good works and glorify your God which is in heaven. And I want to thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for giving me just these few minutes. And I want to thank this Android for allowing me to get through it. Until next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying goodbye, y'all. Stop it.